In your kitchen right now, there's a good chance you've got at least two bottles sitting quietly on the shelf. One labeled olive oil with its fancy golden glow, and another labeled vegetable oil that probably came in a big plastic jug you grabbed on sale. At first glance, they're both just cooking oils, right? But oh no, step into the culinary and health debate, and suddenly these bottles are like rival politicians, each with loyal fans, scientific arguments, and plenty of heated opinions. So let's break this down. Olive oil versus vegetable oil. What really makes them different, and which one deserves the crown in your kitchen? First up, origins. Olive oil, as the name screams, comes from olives, those tiny, bitter fruits you often see swimming in brine or on top of pizzas. The oil is pressed out of whole olives, usually without heavy processing, especially when labeled extra virgin. Vegetable oil, on the other hand, is less about one plant and more about a squad. It's usually a blend of oils from seeds like soybean, corn, canola, or sunflower. The name vegetable oil is actually kind of vague, like calling a mystery stew food soup. It hides a lot of complexity behind a generic label. Now let's talk about how they're made. Olive oil, particularly extra virgin olive oil, is minimally processed. The olives are pressed, the oil is separated, and boom, you get a liquid gold that still carries antioxidants, vitamins, and that peppery, grassy flavor. Vegetable oils are typically extracted through industrial methods, often involving heat, pressure, and chemical solvents like hexane. After extraction, the oil gets refined, bleached, deodorized, and stripped of most flavor compounds. The result is a neutral-tasting oil perfect for frying, but kind of empty when it comes to character. Olive oil is like a handcrafted espresso, while vegetable oil is a gas station coffee. Both give you what you need, but one has soul. What about nutrition? This is where olive oil flexes hard. Olive oil, especially extra virgin, is rich in monounsaturated fats, the so-called good fats that support heart health by lowering LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, and raising HDL cholesterol, the good kind. It also contains polyphenols, powerful antioxidants that fight inflammation, improve blood vessel function, and may even reduce the risk of chronic diseases. This is why olive oil is a pillar of the Mediterranean diet, which scientists keep praising as one of the healthiest eating patterns in the world. Vegetable oil, depending on the blend, usually contains a higher proportion of polyunsaturated fats, especially omega-6 fatty acids. Now, omega-6 isn't evil, it's essential for health, but modern diets are often overloaded with it, especially compared to omega-3 fatty acids. Too much omega-6 can tilt the balance toward inflammation, which is linked to heart disease and other problems. Plus, refining vegetable oil strips away most antioxidants and micronutrients, leaving behind a fuel for frying, but not much else. It's like filling your car with regular gas versus premium. Both will run, but one is better for the engine long term. But hold on, let's not throw vegetable oil into the trash just yet. One of its biggest advantages is its high smoke point. This is the temperature at which oil starts to burn, break down, and produce nasty compounds and smoke alarms. Refined vegetable oils typically have smoke points around 220 to 230 degrees Celsius, 430 to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, making them ideal for deep frying, stir frying, or searing. Extra virgin olive oil has a lower smoke point, around 190 to 210 degrees Celsius, 375 to 410 degrees Fahrenheit, though it's still fine for most stovetop cooking. If you're heating your pan until it glows, vegetable oil may hold up better. If you're sautéing onions for pasta, olive oil works like a charm. Flavor is another battlefield. Olive oil is bold. It can be fruity, grassy, peppery, even a little bitter. It adds character to dishes and can completely change the vibe of a salad, pasta, or grilled veggie. Drizzle it over bread and suddenly you feel like you're in Tuscany. Vegetable oil, it's the silent partner. Its neutral flavor makes it versatile for baking, frying, or any dish where you don't want the oil to speak up. If olive oil is Beyoncé on stage, vegetable oil is the stagehand pulling the curtains. Essential, but invisible. price is also part of the story. Olive oil, especially extra virgin, is pricier. You're paying for careful cultivation, pressing, and quality control. Vegetable oil is cheap, abundant, and often sold in big jugs that last forever. For families cooking large amounts of food daily, vegetable oil is often the practical choice. Olive oil is like a fancy wine you savor, while vegetable oil is like tap water. You use it without thinking. So, which one should you use? Honestly, both have their place. Nutrition experts generally recommend olive oil for raw uses, salads, drizzling, dips, and for moderate heat cooking, because that's where its nutrients shine and its flavor elevates the dish. Vegetable oil works best for high-heat frying, baking, or when you need neutrality. Some chefs even mix oils, using vegetable oil for frying and finishing with olive oil for taste. Now, let's tackle a few myths. One common myth is that you can't cook with olive oil because it turns toxic. Not true. Olive oil is stable enough for most cooking methods and actually holds up better than some vegetable oils due to its antioxidant content. Another myth is that all vegetable oils are unhealthy. Again, not entirely true. Canola oil, for example, is relatively low in saturated fat and has a better balance of omega-3s than many other vegetable oils. The real problem is overuse and lack of variety. If every meal is drenched in refined soybean oil, that's when health issues arise. Think about this like choosing shoes. Olive oil is your stylish leather boot, durable, looks good, adds flair, but you might not wear it to the gym. Vegetable oil is your basic shoe. Practical, gets the job done, no one compliments it, but you wear it all the time. The trick is knowing which situation calls for which. Let's add a cultural note. Olive oil has an aura. It's been celebrated in art, literature, and religion for millennia. Ancient Greeks called it liquid gold. The Bible mentions it dozens of times. It's symbolic of peace, purity, and health. Vegetable oil, by contrast, is the workhorse of modern industrial food systems, ubiquitous but invisible. The oil behind your fries, donuts, and packaged snacks. One feels like heritage, the other feels like convenience. In the end, the olive oil versus vegetable oil debate isn't about picking a winner and a loser. It's about context. If you want long-term health benefits, more antioxidants, and a flavor bomb in your food, olive oil is your go-to. If you want a deep-fried chicken for the whole family or bake a cake without it tasting weird, vegetable oil is your friend. Use both strategically and you'll get the best of both worlds. So, next time you reach into your pantry and hesitate between the golden bottle and the plastic jug, remember, you're not just choosing oil, you're choosing between tradition and convenience, flavor and neutrality, health benefits and high heat performance. And honestly, why not let both live side by side on the shelf? Here's the big question. Which one will you reach for more often? Olive oil, the golden elixir, or vegetable oil, the silent workhorse? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wiseuse for more deep dives into the everyday foods hiding big secrets in your kitchen.